Hi everyone, Quill fan here again. I found a hashtag video on YouTube quite recently that I found quite interesting. It's called hashtag 22 faves and it's by Stephen of Tiferet Tarot. And I just thought I'd like to participate. and it's basically about picking your favorite major arcana card throughout all your decks. So if you just have one or two or three decks, it might be quite easy to pick your favorites. If you had a bit more, then it becomes more and more difficult, actually. I did this a while ago, not on video, but in private, when I had a lot less decks, and I wrote it all down. Just a quick glance here. It's of 2015. But I thought, because it's been a while ago, it would be a nice idea to do it again. And to get back in touch with my decks, because I have been on a tarot, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything hiatus for quite a while now, and I am still actually on a hiatus. But again, I just felt like doing this, and I have a day off today, so why not? I underestimated the process of actually picking the cards, because I sat down at 1:45 yesterday night, and I sat there for over 3 hours trying to pick my favorites, with cards spread all around me on my bed, so I could not even go to sleep if I wanted to, which was a bit annoying, but I made it. I found my cards. I am able to present you like my one favorite, but I have a couple of follow-ups that I'm going to show you as well, and I have a couple of honorable mentions, because I initially just wanted to go with the decks that I'm actually working with, but I have a couple that I'm planning on giving away, and today I had this great idea of looking through them as well, to see if there are a couple of favorites in there as well, which now makes me question my idea of giving them away, which is not a good thing. But the favorites from those decks will be just honorable mentions. They're not like, I'm not going to show them for real. And I excluded the Dreams of Gaia Tarot and the Wildwood, because they just differ in their own structure. They just have their own structure. So I thought they might not be that comparable. And I obviously excluded every deck that is still in the making. Okay, so now without further ado, let's start. My favorite Fool card is the one of the Shadowscape Tarot. I just love her. I love how she is on the tip of her toes, trying, or ready, not trying, ready to take this leap of faith, ready to jump, ready to fly. You don't even know, maybe she is able flying. You don't know what is going to happen. I just love her. I love how she is open-hearted, open-chested, open for everything that is coming up for her. How she has this kind of trust that she is not going to die by the fall. It's just, the Fool card for me is about this leap of faith. It's about trust. It's about being open and being kind of fearless in a bit. So I really adore this card. There are a couple other cards that I really, really like, a couple other Fool cards that I really, really like. But one that stood out to me yesterday as a follow-up card is actually the one of the Line Strider Tarot, because what I really, really adore about this card is that this Fool isn't finished. So he or she is really at the beginning of her or his journey. He doesn't have a face, he doesn't have a body, or she, whatever. So this person is setting out for the journey to become whoever he or she is supposed to become the person. He's not there yet, or she isn't there yet. So I really love the concept, and I really love how this is visualized in this card. For the Magician, I love the Tarot of Transformation one. I love how you really can see the power of creation in this card. How you have creative things, creations in each and every of those little bubbles. I just adore this. Another magician that I really like, oh, the first one will always, like the first card that I'm going to show you, excuse me, will always be like the top favorite, and the following cards are the follow-ups, okay? So a follow-up would be the one of the Fountain Tarot, which I really like for its simplicity and For I just like it art wise. I like the color palette. I like the energy. It's a calm energy coming from it, but still a quite powerful one. So I really like this one as well. For the High Priestess, my favorite actually is the one of the Tiferet Tarot. And I cannot even say why. I just love this card. I loved it from the beginning. It's always been one of my favorites of the whole deck. I love the little symbols in this card. I love the colors. I love how she's gazing downward, inward maybe. I just, gorgeous card. A follow-up would be the Tarot's Transformation one, because one thing that I always kind of associate with the High Priestess is lifting the veil. And this is portrayed so beautifully in this card. And you have she has the universe in her belly. Like, if that doesn't scream out, trust your guts, you have the knowledge within you, then I don't know what is. So really like this card as well. For the Empress, I just love her. I just love the one of the Druidcraft Tarot. She is so overflowing, so motherly, so, I don't know, she seems warm, and she seems kind, and she seems, I don't know, the whole picture is just, I'm liking the word right now, like overflowing. For lack of the right word right now, I just picked this one again. So, like, you have this cornucopia of things, and I love that it is quite close to the actual Rider-Waite-Smith thing with like the red cloth hair. So I just like this image. And again, a follow-up is the Tarot of Transformation. I'm kind of getting a theme here because this is just stunning. Like the Queen of Life, and you have this generation aspect in here. It's just, oh, I just love this card. I'm going quite quickly because this phone, I have a new phone, had to buy one because I destroyed my old one, and it cuts me off after 30 minutes, so I have to be quick. This one is my favorite Emperor without a question, and it's easy to pick this one because he is my tarot crush, and he has been my tarot crush for quite a while. So, wow, I just love this card. I mean, I love the symbolism. I love the energy coming from this card as well. But on the other hand, he's just hot. Let's face it. The follow-up cards, I actually have two, and they are equally loved by me. And they're just stunning. So I'm going to present them simultaneously. So we have the Mary L. Tarot here and the Tarot of the Hidden Realms to the left. And I just love both. And I'm getting a theme here because I'm obviously into like a bit older, wiser men for the Emperor cards. But they just, they seem both so settled in themselves and powerful, yet not just from the urge of power. And I think this is one thing that I really love about the Druidcraft one as well, like the one that I already put to the side. They all seem just, they're not powerful because they want power, but they are powerful because they're, I think, well-rounded personalities. So, and I think this is quite lovely depicted in all those pictures. For the Hierophant, my favorite one is the Shadowscape one. I like the teacher aspect of the Hierophant. I love the history aspect of the Hierophant, like that it deals with knowledge that has been passed on. So I love that he's an old tree, a well-rooted one, passing on his knowledge. A follow-up would be the Tarot of the She one, because what I really love about this card is that you have so many opportunities of reading it. There are so many different ways of looking at this card. So who is the actual Hierophant? Or maybe is everyone the Hierophant? Maybe you are the Hierophant because you're invited to this chair. Who knows? I love the third eye in the tree. I love that you have this, like a plant, an animal, and a she. I just, and you as a human. because again, you're invited. You're supposed to sit down there. So I just love this card. And another thing I really love is that the Hierophant has to get his knowledge from somewhere, right? So there has to be a certain amount of curiosity included as well. And I love this one from the Fountain Tarot because it has this kind of, on the one hand, this protective energy of him protecting whatever is inside of this book, but on the box, and on the other hand, the curiosity of wanting to know things. So I really like this one as well. An honorable mention, like the first honorable mention, whoa, slow it down, would be the one from the Epic Tarot, just for aesthetical reasons and for, I just love, again, there are numbers of things you could do with this card, which always is a great thing, right? As for the Lovers, I just have one card. Yay! It's the Druidcraft Tarot. Again, I'm getting a theme here. Like I always have like Druidcraft, Tarot of the Hidden Realm, Tarot of Transformation, and maybe the Llewellyn Tarot. That will come up quite a bit. But, well, I just love those decks. I love the intimacy in this card. I love how it's set in nature and connected to nature, and I love the sensuality in it. So, gorgeous card. For the Chariot, I actually don't know why the card that I'm about to show you was the one popping up for me, because I have never had it on my radar that way, but I just like it a lot. So this is the one from the Golden Tarot of Klimt. I love how she is naked. So nudity, but it's a bit too late for that. Okay, so I love how she is naked. I love how she is not in need of covering up, not in need of armor or clothes. I love how she doesn't have a strict or a strong hold to the rain, as you can see here. I love how she's kind of open. She's so confident in what she's doing. She doesn't even have this kind of strict or regal posture. She's just quite relaxed, actually. So I really, really like this image. Another one with a similar theme would be the Tarot of the Hidden Realm one. Again, quite open, quite just confident and joyous. I love the joy aspect of this one. And then third one is the Llewellyn Tarot, or from the Llewellyn Tarot, because I just love, it was the first, not really the first, it was the second Chariot card I came in touch with, but it was the one that really kind of taught me the concept of the Chariot card, and that one aspect of it also, as well as having kind of the confidence and the power and taking the reins and being able to go in whatever direction you want. That was my cat. Another aspect of it might also be the aspect of help, getting help from someone or helping someone. And I love how this sea god is just, I cannot pronounce his name, so I'm avoiding it, is kind of, I love like how he's rushing out of the ocean. It just has this kind of, I don't know, I just love it. Let's stop rambling here. The Strength card, a difficult one to pick just one because there are so many great depictions of it, but my favorite has to be the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. I just love it. I just love it. I love that there's a wolf in it. I love the quietness of this card, yet it's not just it's not dull. There is a lot of power coming from this card, but it's quiet. They are so in tune. They're so they're not forcing anything. Really love this one. Similar concepts, different art, is the Mary L and the Line Strider Tarot. What I really love about the Line Strider Tarot in particular is that there are always in the cards, there are always some little symbols hidden somewhere. So you don't really recognize them at first glance, but there are symbols hidden in there, which is a lovely thing to discover. So really liking those two as well. An honorable mention here is the Epic Tarot, because I think this is so special. I love that one part of the strength card. You usually have like a human, and then you have some kind of animal that needs to be tamed. But I love that the human isn't depicted. Like, this is not, to me, this is not the person who is this is about, but the person who this is about is you yourself, and you're looking into the mirror and see the beast that you need to kind of tame, or that you need to get in touch with. So I really like the concept of this card. For the Hermit, this one. This is of the Lost Code of Tarot, and it never fails to make me smile, but it also has everything a good hermit needs. So I just love this card. I just love it. I love that there's an hourglass involved. I love hourglasses in hermit cards. It's just beautiful. Interestingly, there's an hourglass in this one as well. Yay, I did not even see that at first sight. But yeah, this is from the Sun and Moon Tarot, and this would be a follow-up Hermit. And another Hermit I really like is a more classical version. This is from the Llewellyn Tarot, and I just love it artistically. It's just beautiful. An honorable mention as well, Roots of Asia. I mean, just look at this card. How could you not fall in love with this card? It's just beautiful. Okay, the 10th card, number 10, is the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm always kind of having a hard time with Wheel of Fortunes. There are a lot that I'm not that fond of, and there are only a handful that I like, and there are just a very small amount of cards that I love. One that I absolutely adore is the Wheel of Fortune of the Mythical Creatures Tarot, because it depicts the Norns, and I just love this idea of weaving your fate, of, in this case, the Norns weaving your fate. Something I always also like in Wheel of Fortune cards, for example, is a spider web, which isn't in this case, but it's the same idea of weaving your fate. And if you cut one thread, then there will be a cascade of things happening because of that. Really like this one. I also love the pagan aspect of the Druidcraft Wheel of Fortune. And again, the Tarot of Transformation one, because I love this flowing with change aspect that it's really lovely depicted in this card. You have this fluidity, you have the shadow and light aspect, you have this, it's just lovely depicted that it's happening, change is happening to everything. It's not just one thing, it's everywhere. Change is happening everywhere, and you always have to go with it, like this one. Honorable mention, no surprise, a spider web. And this is from the Animism Tarot. Love this one. For Justice, I love this card. This is of the Tarot of the Absurd. I still love this deck to pieces. And it's just beautiful. It's matte, so there's just, the personality is just right. But I also love the posture. I love that it has everything that is needed, but it seems so well balanced. It seems so well rounded. I really love this card. For the Hanged Man, I have two. This is of the Tarot of Transformation, and I love the transformative aspect you have here, kind of to wisdom. Love it. So this is my favorite, one that I really adore as well, because it's more, it focuses more on the aspect of that you're not brought into this position, you put yourself in there, is this one of the Llewellyn Tarot, because you can see he's not even upside down, he's just hanging there. But it's definitely a change of perspective anyway, because of the place he's hanging over and the fact that he is hanging. So yeah, really like this one as well. Death is the next card, and this is a particularly hard one for me because there are so many decks with great death cards. If I had to pick one, I would pick the Marielle Tarot one because it's just stunning. Just stunning. There's nothing else to say about that. I also love the Phoenix of the Shadowscapes Tarot to pieces, where you have this kind of transformative, let's use this word, aspect of death. And I love the one of the deck of the Bastard simply because it makes me smile and because it's the dance of the dead. It's just it's the what is called in French the danse macabre. So love it, love those. Another honorable mention of the Roots of Asia Tarot at this point has to be the death card of the Roots of Asia because it's beautiful. Temperance, Shadowscape, without a doubt. Love it. I love that you have the fire or sun aspect, the moon, ice or water, whatever you prefer aspect, how they build the yin and yang, how it seems like almost a ball of energy. I love the little Chinese dragon down here. It's just gorgeous. I also love the one of the Druid Craft where you have a more alchemical viewpoint. Gorgeous as well. For the Devil, definitely the Fountain Tarot. I love how they're just kind of, I don't even know, they're bound by a fabric. So it would be so easy for them to untie themselves, but they're not. They seem to struggle quite a lot, even though they could untie themselves. So like this one, similar concept of the Shadowscape, where you also even have the key. I mean, she could reach for the key to unlock her chains and just go away, but she's not. Love this one. The Tower. This is no surprise. I love the Llewellyn Tower. I love that there is water involved. And to me, to have water involved with the Tower card is so important that I really cannot wrap my head around why it's not in every card. I really don't get it because, I mean, the Tower is such a emotional card. It has such an emotional impact. So it really is like this tidal wave. And it leaves scars. Or not even scars, but marks, even if it's not scars, but it leaves marks, so you have this moss. It's just, I could talk about this card for hours, which I'm not going to do, but I love it. My favorite Tower card. Another Tower card I really like, because of its simplicity, is the one of the Everyday Tarot, where you just have a lightning bolt and nothing else. But I really like it because it kind of focuses on the kind of the sudden aspect of the Tower. And then I have one of the Antique Anatomy Tarot, which I really, really like, which is, because I like it just because of the posture. I like how he's kind of bound and has to witness whatever comes his way. And I mean, there's something heavy coming his way, but, or powerful coming his way. And I love the posture. So there is no avoiding it. There is no putting your head in the sand thing about it. You have to witness it and look it in the eye. So really like this one for that. The Star, again, no surprise. This is the Tarot of Transformation one, and I did not pick this for because it's so beautiful or aesthetically pleasing, or it depicts the star aspect the most, but it's just so close to my heart, so I had to pick this. Another one I adore, absolutely adore, is the one of the Tarot of Transformation. Because he's cute as hell. I mean, look at this child. Look at the poster. I just love this card. But I also, like B, love, if you have this deck and you read the guidebook, there is such a beautiful story connected with this card that you cannot forget. Like, it's linked so closely to this card that every time I see this card, I have to think of the story, and so it makes perfect sense. So that's why I really love this card. And then again, I have one of the Antique Anatomy, because I love the simplicity of that. I love that you have all those constellations, star constellations up here. And I get this kind of, this feeling of a salesman, not salesman, oh my goodness, I'm lacking the word. Someone on a boat trying to find the right direction and going by the stars. So really like this one. For the moon, the one that I would pick for that is the Tarot of the She. I love that you have this kind of opposites from the upper and the lower parts of the image. Like the trees, they are almost wintry trees up here, and down there they are in full bloom. You have the moon, you have the sun, you have one person, you have a lot down here. The way that she is dressed changes a lot. So I just love that you have this aspect of illusions, but you also have this aspect of, you might be surprised of what you find if you dive deep, if you go beneath the surface and look at things. And you have like light and power within you, which also is a great thing to know, right? So I really like this card. Another one that surprised me, because I really adore it, is the one of the Tarot of Klimt, the Golden Tarot of Klimt. I don't even know why I like it so much, but I find it aesthetically pleasing. The one thing that comes into my mind when I look at this card is, what is she dreaming about? Like, is she almost as if she's on a journey herself right now, and she's kind of carried by the moon, which is lovely. So really like this one as well. Honorable mention here would be the Animism Tarot, which is quite similar to the Tarot of the She, if I'm honest. So maybe I'm just into this kind of cards for the moon. Who knows? The Sun, a bit difficult, because you usually have this child on a horse thing there, which I'm not that fond of. But I adore the Sun card of the Margaret Peterson Tarot. It's just, it's so energetic. Really love this one. A follow-up would be the Llewellyn Tarot, where you have this aspect of coming to personal power even more. Like you have this, have a grown-up man there, a made man, so to speak, not financially necessarily, but just he's gone on his journey and he has had his victories, and yeah, just love this one. An honorable mention here would be one of my absolute favorite Sun cards, actually, is the one of the Sacred Sites Tarot, which is just stunning to me. Judgment, easy pick. The Fountain Tarot. I love how they rise from the cups. I just love it. The one that I have to use this as a follow-up is the Llewellyn Tarot, because of this deck I understood the meaning of the card, actually. So I really, really love this one. Okay, last but not least, the World card. My actual favorite World card I don't own anymore, which would be the Greenwich Tarot's World card. I actually have a picture of it. Give me a second and I'll get it to show to you. Okay, it's not the best picture because I had to size it up, but I think you can get it. I love this one. I love the snake. I love the bird. I love that you have all the 4 seasons. I love that you have day and night. I just love this card, but I don't own the deck anymore, so it's more like an honorable mention here. I picked the one from the Archean Tarot instead, probably just because it reminds me of the Greenwich Tarot one. Because this one doesn't really speak, like, it doesn't really call out world to me, but it reminds me of the one. So that's why I picked it. I really like the one of the Lost Code of Tarot though, because it's well rounded. Round, yeah, you get it. And I like the one of the animism as well, which is an honorable mention here. So those were my favorites, all of them. At least my favorites of today or yesterday. It might change over time, obviously. It might change with new decks, and it might change with mood. So don't say, or don't. You have to allow me to change my opinion over time. So yeah, that's it. I'm not going to ramble anymore. I just hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm happy that I can now watch all the other videos that are already out there about this hashtag, because I haven't done so again, because I did not want to be influenced in my decision-making process. So if you haven't done this hashtag yet, but you're kind of curious or you want to do it, I'd love to see your videos. I'd love to see your pics, whatever you prefer. So you might want to leave a link to your video or your picture on Instagram or whatever in the comment box below, and then I will take a look. And that's it. I just hope you're all having a wonderful, gorgeous day today. For all those fathers, at least in Germany, I don't even know if it's a thing anywhere else. I'm sorry. But to all those fathers here in Germany, happy Father's Day. Alles Liebe zum Vatertag. And I just hope you're enjoying your days. Bye.